I was hanging out with some friends downtown. We're partying. We had a great time at this club venue. Around 1:30, we left the club, and we're standing out front. And the club had mostly black folks. And so my tendency is, the tendency tends to be, wherever there's a large amount of black folks together, there's going to be cops hanging around. But having served in the military, I don't really, for me, I see them, but I'm not worried about it too much. So we're hanging outside the club and on the sidewalk, and so one of my friends tells me that one of the people in our group was asked to leave the club because he was seen by one of the staffers handing out club flyers from another club. Like, okay, no big deal, it's 1:30, we're good. So then about a minute later, who I later found out was the owner, he comes out of the club and he says, oh, the guy who we saw pass out the flyers, he's gonna be banned from the club, right? And so I have a trade as a bartender, so I was like, oh, that's kind of weird, like, you banning somebody for handing out flyers? I'm like, okay, cool. So then he eventually goes on to ban all of us from the club. And so we're on the sidewalk, and so that wasn't the problem. The issue happened when someone just behind me, I overheard them say, give me your ID. And so I turn around, and I see an officer, police officer, standing there. He's like, give me your ID. And so having have been in the military, I'm used to looking at folks' names and calling them by their name. And so I say, hey, Officer Scarborough, why do you need to see my ID? And he's like, well, just give me your ID. And so naturally, he was probably surprised, a bunch of black folks, he's probably used to taking advantage of folks who don't know anything about their rights. Right. So I said, hey, there ain't nothing going on here, it's okay. I mean, why do you need to see my ID? There's no laws have been broken here. And so he goes and was like, well, give me your ID. And I was like, well, that's actually, we're about to head out right now. It's already 1:30, you have a good night. So then he blocked my way to the sidewalk. So after which, he was like, give me your ID. I was like, no, I don't think that's gonna happen, And so then he's like, well, you just got banned from the club, and you're on private property, and I need to put you in the system. And as he's doing that, he's pointing back at this industrial laptop that's sitting on his police vehicle. And I was like, private property? I'm like, we're standing here on the sidewalk. What's going on with that, right? And so, and then as he's pointing out, and I'm thinking to myself, what system are you talking about? The police department system? Are you trying to put me in there for being banned from a club? I was like, no, sir, I don't think that's going to happen. That's what I was thinking. So at that time, I told him, no, I wasn't going to give him my ID. So then he proceeds, he grabs my arm, he's placing me under arrest. The whole time I'm maintaining my bearing. And so I asked him if he was placing me under arrest. He said, yes, I am. I said, okay, well, do you mind if I take a second to call my attorney? He said, no, I don't think so. Next thing you know, 2 other cops, maybe 3 other cops come. They pick me up, slam me in the back of a police vehicle, one of the cops put his forearm in the back of my neck, puts me in handcuffs. Once I'm in handcuffs, another Officer Wright, decides to put me in a chokehold, and I'm thrown in the back of the vehicle. And so that's how Greensboro for Justice was born. So after that night, and so instead, my thinking was, instead of me going after the police officers, right, which oftentimes we like to do, we like to go after our attackers, right? I was like, nah, that's cool, we're just gonna go after the system.